Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy.
We want the names of every pedophile on that list. You siding with the devil when you say it don't exist, ayy.
The money, where did it go? Why did it go there? There's a reason the big banks settled with a lot of the victims, right? Because a lot of the big banks are implicated here. So we have someone who's a fashion mogul, allegedly also, according to now even Ghislaine Maxwell, helped start the Clinton Global Initiative, a major grassroots philanthropic charity organization that has helped out so many lovely people, including the people of Haiti, that so many people donated to, and the money just went poof, gone. But Hillary Clinton's brother got that amazing contract for diamonds. Woo! Yeah, go Hill Dog. And now, he wasn't just trading weapons, starting nonprofits with the Clintons. He wasn't just running Victoria's Secret. He wasn't just a powerful Wall Street broker. He was working with surveillance. And this is why... he was also at Harvard. He had his own office at Harvard. What's going on there, Larry Summers? Excuse me, Larry. Can we get an answer? Can we find out? Can we find out what happened? Can we? No. Best we could do is for you to shut up. I got the message. I got it. All right. Anyway, quote, him and Barack actually partnered together to invest in the security tech startup called reportedly Homeland Security. Homeland Security? Homeland Scrutiny. Now known as Carbine. Leaked emails show that Epstein was using Barack to seek out opportunities in the surveillance industry and build connections with powerful figures around the globe, including American businessman Peter Thiel, the former director of Israel's signal intelligence, and two people in Russian President Vladimir Putin's circle. After he was first caught hurting small children, Epstein had pleaded guilty to soliciting workers of the night in 2008. He served a little over a year in detention. Not really. He was able to just walk out. He invested his wealth in bizarre projects, including a ranch to breed women with his DNA. Yeah, he was also working on a doll company that had surveillance tech in it, by the way. I was hanging out with Jeffrey, and I was hanging out with Mr. Bill Gates and doing some really weird kind of projects together. Of course, both of them really loved population control. As, yeah. Now, these leaked emails are pretty fascinating that they actually came out. As, of course, they talked about, hey, I have Peter Thiel on the 19th in New York. If you like... as well as the former president of the Maldives. What? Thanks, Peter. Theo, could be very interesting. I'm flying to Europe next time. Barack. Going to be meeting him for dinner tomorrow. He asked to bring another person with him. I don't know why. I met him once in Davos. Probably he doesn't even recall it. Let's see. I was told by the host of the dinner that there probably will be spending time talking about geopolitics. It's a first date. I think he's a huge potential to accelerate things by the sheer reputation he's got. No way it would be a waste of time. Thus, I'll be going to do it, and we'll see. By the way, Ghislaine Maxwell's sister helped on building and developing the FBI data centers, specifically on exploited children. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Holy cow, the circle gets absolutely more wild. As now, House Republicans are actually issuing a subpoena for the Jeffrey Epstein documents. Now, some of the documents they got, they haven't released them yet. I hope they do release them. We'll see what the future of this will be. But we did get confirmation some documents did actually, from the DOJ, go over to the House Republicans. As now, the former U.S. Attorney of Florida will be interviewed on September 19th. Acosta, former Attorney General Holder and Sessions submitted declarations denying knowledge of the case facing penalties for, quote, face false statements. Now, these subpoenas are going to be interesting, as now the House Republicans are also subpoenaing Epstein's estate for, quote, client lists, birthday books, and other documents. Where's the financial records? In the emails. That's where you really kind of look into all of this. I mean, look, we have Epstein's email. Why are people at Google? Why are people at Google privy to everything Epstein was doing, but the American public is not? When so much money that probably, by the way, listen, this is my speculation, probably came from U.S. taxpayer dollars. How did Epstein get $1 billion? From you? How did Epstein was able to buy off a lot of the people around him to shut up? You paid for it. You worked really hard. And you look at the end of the week or end of the month, end of the 2-week period, you're like, oh man, government stole so much money from me. Yeah, they stole it, and they probably gave it to Epstein. Probably. I don't have any proof of this. I'm speculating, but probably. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be happening with this testimony, as the former Labor Secretary is going to be testifying in front of a House Republican type of session, as he's the guy who brokered a deal with the S-offender as the U.S. Attorney in Miami, with the sweetheart deal of a lifetime that was extremely weird. Now, allegedly, and people are actually contradicting this, allegedly he said he was intel. Other people are saying, no, he actually never said that. We're going to find out what he exactly said and what he exactly knows during the House subpoena here. Now, Piers Morgan actually had a very interesting segment with someone from Mossad, Dershowitz and Scott Horton and Kyriakou, talking about this. This was an interesting segment from that clip.
I come to you about something that you've stated, which is that you believe that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent.
I believe that he was an Israeli access agent. You know, if a foreign intelligence agency wants information from very highly...
Now, Alan Dershowitz is like, no. Now, Alan Dershowitz previously, admittedly, worked for the Mossad. And he's like, Epstein didn't tell me he was working for the Mossad. I'm like, he didn't tell another Mossad agent he didn't work for Mossad? Maybe he thought he didn't need to. But again, that's his side of the story. But we can only speculate from here.
Placed sources or from very important sources, they're not going to be able to recruit those sources directly. So you recruit somebody who has access to those sources. And I think that that's most likely what Jeffrey Epstein was.
Okay,
Look,
Alan, you knew Jeffrey Epstein.
I was in Israel writing a book, and one day Jeffrey Epstein called me. I was his lawyer, and he said, I've never been to Israel. I'd like to come there and meet some people. Can you get a lunch together for me with 6 of Israel's smartest people? And so I arranged a lunch in the Tel Aviv hotel, at which the president of the Supreme Court, the dean of this, the dean of that, he didn't know any Israelis. He absolutely didn't know anybody. I took him on a trip to the Shuk. We bought a couple of souvenirs. He got on the plane that night. He knew I had Barack.
He knew Barack. And this is the guy over here that, by the way, worked for Barack. Interesting.